So what do I do as a chief morale officer? Or more importantly, what can I do for you and your organization? Well, I do three things with my time professionally. Probably about 10% of my time is done at conferences, doing keynote presentations, kind of entertaining and engaging, insight-filled, actionable type keynotes that get people involved and engaged and really thinking about things they can do immediately. The majority of my time I visit with organizations and work with their leadership teams on doing very deliberate, intentional, culture-focused work. How do we change? How do we direct? How do we influence the culture in a powerful and positive way? How do we get intentional about our cultural leadership? And then I spend another portion of time just creating materials that help leaders facilitate the first two things to accomplish their mission. I write books and articles and create activities that help leaders be successful in their culture building efforts. So those are the things I do. Well, a keynote would look like most keynotes look, but it would feel differently because your people would be more engaged. The audience would have something kinetically they could do. It wouldn't be just a passive them listening. I like to do something that's very interactive. I like to do a little bit of improv. That's kind of my nature, to do something that invites people to feel like they are on the stage, even though there may not be room for 3,000 plus people on the stage. We want to make them feel like they're on the stage, but it's about them, not about me. If it was an on-site presentation where you're working with a smaller group, now you can dynamically do a lot of different things. So I believe that in experiential education, the experience is greater than just words. So if we can move beyond words and get people engaged in the process, engaged in the activity. The real goal is that people don't leave the session inspired, but they leave the session inspired with actionable things they can go back and do with their people, not just to their people. I think one of the most rewarding things that I've heard as far as feedback is, Kirk reminded me of the passion and inspiration I first felt when I first became a manager. And what happens is we all want to do our first day in leadership and our second day and our third day. But over time, we become more casual. We just kind of get in that rhythm. We all need something to kind of shake us loose, to help us look again, look up, and to grow up and to continue our journey, to get better at what we do. So one of the things we tell leaders is, you want to see your people grow more? Well, your people need to see you growing more. See, by and large, the leader is the teacher. Great leaders teach to reach so they can inspire and not have to require to see more of the results they desire in the teams that they lead and serve. So I want leaders to leave my sessions saying, I know exactly what I'm going to go back and do more of or less of as a result of this time. They've got actionable ideas, actionable content, and that's the main goal.